Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Get it, Raquel.
Oh, do I stop?
Yeah, you can stop now. I don't know what the hell that was, but okay.
I was practicing. What do you think?
Practicing for tonight. She's gonna fake it tonight.
Do we have a date tonight?
You know what we do? We do. Kind of exciters.
That's a date.
It's not just a date. It's a second date.
Whoa.
All right.
Does that mean what I think it means?
What does that mean?
Because guys don't make it on a second date unless they have a big one with you.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
You know what? I haven't told. I haven't asked. I haven't touched. So
tonight you're touching.
I'm touching.
Maybe
if we're vibing.
You're gonna be touching that snake tonight.
I don't know. I don't do that. I'm a good girl.
Yeah, that's what we until the nipples get hard.
Damn. We don't have nipples.
Yes, she does.
What happened to them? How they disappear? You
We
rubbed
have,
them?
No, we have.
Because, you know.
we have pezones.
Oh.
I speak Spanish.
She got a big. That's what that means. They're big areolas.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Here we go.
There is a difference.
So, would you say they're like a $50 size?
I got Mexican nipples, okay?
Oh, damn.
What are
Okay.
those? Hold up. I want to know if I have Mexican nipples or not. Can you describe those for me?
Well,
If they look like tortillas, they're Mexican.
you know the big salamis?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know those thin.
That's what you got?
No, that's not what I got.
Oh.
Okay, but that's what a Mexican nipple looks like.
So
Okay.
do you not? Okay.
Whoa.
I'm
All
right. Mexican nipple or not?
No, I ain't
Okay.
telling what I have.
Oh, my God.
I don't. Based on that descriptor, I don't have a
Oh.
Mexican.
You don't have it?
my
Okay.
God.
Are yours nice and pink?
They're pink.
I mean, they're small, but not pink.
They say, guys, that the color of your lips
Oh, my God.
are the color of your intimate parts.
What?
What?
Yeah. So the color of Lewis's lips is the color of his interior.
Oh, yours is pinky.
Mine's a pinky. They are.
Oh,
They're very cute.
Those are always cute, though.
They are.
When they turn red, it's so cute.
How did we even get here?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, wow.
How the hell did we even get here?
Somebody shut Miss Rachel up because she's going crazy.
Raquel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Raquel.
All right, Rachel.
It's the same shit.
It
Oh,
is.
dang. So here, I got a question for you guys. You ready for some... You ready to fight? Because it looks like we're going to fight right now.
Fight?
Time for
What are we fighting?
Q&A.
Oh, we're fighting. I guarantee you we're going to be
Oh,
fighting.
man.
Question and answers
Oh.
tonight.
Oh, so it's a rapid fire question and answer.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you know,
Controversial.
one of our previous episodes, we were talking about a woman's role, and
Toilet roll,
however, whatever you want to call it, it's a traditional role, and
rock and roll.
Brittany felt that
Brittany,
the traditional role of being a wife at home, taking care of the kids, feeding the dad, was a much better
Didn't
way.
we talk about this
Yeah, well,
already?
I know.
Blah blah blah.
So
Wow. Whoa.
Give us something new. I thought it was going to be exciting questions.
well, can we finish so I can?
Sure.
Because here, why we gotta?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do what Raquel does.
Put the finger in her
Put the
face.
Put a
in my-
finger. That's
in my-
right.
in my
Jesus.
face. Sorry.
Christ. So, do you still believe that the traditional role is more of a woman role of being there at home, cleaning, cooking, and taking care of the husband, or do you feel that a woman can still do it all?
Oh my goodness. Oh,
It's a lie. Women
Yeah.
can't do it all. I'm sorry.
we'll be spread very thin, but yes, we can do it all.
This is why
Okay,
you
wait, so-
end up
so-
with no hair,
Wait.
fat.
Raquel said you can.
No. I didn't say we can't.
You just said
What I said is that it's possible, but we're not going to give ourselves.
your words were we
What did I
spread
say?
very
Why
thin
do you always interrupt me?
because you're lying.
Stop interrupting me, okay?
I'm like this. I hit him already.
This is why
You know what? You gotta put him in his place.
you two stop
Oh my
interrupting
God.
me
Oh,
too.
damn.
Both of you stop interrupting me. That's my pet peeve, you guys. If I'm talking and I'm trying to answer your question and then you fucking say something, why the fuck do you ask me a question in the first place? Huh? Why? Tell me. Okay.
Now we'll put down the violin.
Raquel is going rogue.
So, okay. So
It's okay.
a second ago, you just said that a woman can't do it all. It would have to be spread thin, but they can do it all. Brittany's saying no.
Mm-hmm.
So which is it?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So now that I have a chance to respond, honestly, I really don't think a woman can do it all. We think we can do it all, but when it actually comes into, okay, let's roll, we can't do it all. Because how can you put yourself in so many little compartments? How can you be like a full-on career person? How can you put yourself into the mother role? How can you, be that lover, complete lover that you want to be to your spouse? How could you give yourself completely to your friends? It's exhausting. Honestly, we think we can do it all, and this goes to men too. We think we can do it all, but we can't. Sometimes in certain areas you're going to be lacking, and that is okay. You can lack. The thing is that we cannot be hard on ourselves if we can't give our 100% to our kids, or maybe we can give like 80% to our kids one day. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, that's all I have to say.
All that, and I can't even interrupt. Are you done? I'm just
You want to interrupt me? You want to interrupt me?
Okay, I was just kidding. She scares me, guys.
I'm
She
kidding.
whooped me.
I am
sorry.
kidding. Today
But
we're
honestly,
on fire. Okay, sorry.
I think no, for us.
Okay,
I
sorry.
think you made a really good point. I think the reason why we think that we can, and it's because there's been all this propaganda on us saying that woman, you're the boss, you're bossy, you can do it all, and this and that, and it's been sold to us. Come on, even the Barbie movie sold it to us. Women can do it all, whatever, right? But in reality, we can't, because as soon as we try to do it all, the most important things in our lives will suffer, which is if you're a mother.
Oh, yes.
Your relationship with those children are the most important thing. Your career, it should be a back burner. But oftentimes we think we could balance it out, and we can't. Because, yes, we'll go and do our career, but guess who suffers?
The babies.
The babies. And then, so I feel like we've just been sold a lie. And so now these men, like Raw Dog, they think that they want.
She snapped her fingers.
That's right. They think that they want a woman that could do it all. That could work, that could take care of the kids, could feed them, wash, and all the good stuff. Well, what do? All they do is work, and they come home expecting us to do everything else.
I could never understand that.
So this is where you're wrong. I come home.
Typical man.
I make dinner because my fiance now, my
Oh,
fiance,
that's
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's been fiancé. Is that how you say it?
I've been fiancéed.
on fiancant.
Fiancé, whatever.
Anyways,
whatever.
when she comes home, I usually have dinner already made and everything because I know she had a long day, and she makes sure that her son does her homework, cleans whatever he needs to do, whatever. She always makes sure that he's on track. And I do my part by helping out with like making dinner sometimes or doing a couple of things. Like today, like I said last week, I did the brakes for her to make sure because I want to make sure that they're safe and everything. So I know the role a woman plays in that relationship. But the question was, I think you believe that it can be where a woman should stay home and all this. I think it can be 50-50.
No, that's a lie. It
How?
cannot be 50-50. It cannot. It cannot.
How?
Because, okay, here's why. Here's what my brain says. Now, there's no research, none of it. It's just all my head. It's all in my brain.
Okay.
So, I think there is no 50-50 because your daily is going to look different. There's going to be days where you're going to be giving 80% and she's going to give the rest, right? Why? Because she probably had a crappy day. She's probably PMSing, like whatever, right? Like life happens. So 50-50, I think it's not. I don't think it's true. Your days are going to look different. Maybe one day you're going to give 30% and she gives the rest. But there's no such thing as 50-50 on a daily or even in a relationship. It's just going to look different. And sometimes you're going to give more and she's going to take, and vice versa. She's going to give more and you're going to take.
I think we talked about this in a previous podcast.
Tell them, Nips.
And
Well, no. We
hold up.
Oh, shoot. You know she hates it. Stop it.
Okay, Big Red, stop.
All right, nipples. Salamis.
You know what? The only salami here is...
Wait, what are you looking at me for?
She's not good at telling. She's not good at burning, but that's all right.
No.
I am not. Okay, I'll get you. I'll get
She
you on
would
the
be
flip side.
horrible at your
She'll burn me tomorrow. Watch.
I'll get her tomorrow. Yeah. I did say Big Red though.
You did.
That's a good one.
I thought that's a cool name though, because I'm wearing red.
Big Red.
Okay.
Anyways,
What was I saying?
something about your nipples. You weren't. No. Okay, we're talking about 50-50.
I was talking about your man nipples. Your man's nipples.
I don't have a man. I wish I
Yes, you
had it.
do.
Whose?
That guy.
Which one?
Okay, wait. You guys
All
are getting
right.
off way off track.
Okay,
We
sorry.
are. Okay, tell me about 50-50.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Something about 50-50.
Oh no, this is what I was gonna say. So, Brittany, you actually are responding the same way you responded last in one of our last episodes, which brings me to think that we have covered this topic already. So
We never concluded it though. I listened to all the previous shows again. We did talk about it, and that's how you felt. I just want to see if there's an update.
What I'm trying to say is that I think you're asking
The same question?
the same questions, Mr. Rodon.
What I'm asking, what I'm asking is, do you still see that in the same way? I believe that a woman can have it all, but she needs to have that other partner.
What would you know? You're not even a goddamn woman.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
But I'm in a relationship with one.
And that still doesn't make you like you would know, because you're not in her body.
God.
You're not in her mind. You don't know the struggle that she goes
Okay,
through.
but here's the thing. If I can make certain things easier for her when she comes home from work, that allows her a little bit of time to decompress and then focus on her mom.
I think I know what
and
you're trying to
other
say.
duties.
I think I know what you're trying to say.
You just cut him off.
I
just
know,
saying.
I know.
That's your biggest
I-
pet peeve, but like you do
I know,
it
but
to
she
him.
can do it. She can do
And
it to
I'm
us.
like, I'm just saying, like, make it fair.
It is it's not my biggest pet peeve. It's my biggest pet peeve.
What's the difference?
And
What's the difference?
what
You
I'm
still
trying
did it to him.
what I'm trying to
Regardless
say
of how I pronounced it, you still did it. I'm just.
what I'm trying to say is that Louis, he is trying to make the point that
A woman can have it all as long as they have support from a man.
I no te enojes porque se lo hiciste a él. Don't get mad because you did it to him. Go ahead.
You
Go
know
ahead,
that's
raw
my
dog.
biggest-
Thank you.
Go ahead,
I
raw
was trying
dog.
to defend you, Rod. So you know what? Kiss my cowbell.
Oh my God.
She sure
That's what I
was.
gotta say about that.
You
Both
really-
of you,
was.
You
Big Red and Rah doggy. Kiss my raw ass, okay?
I'm just giving you a hard time. No,
No, both of you. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sorry.
She never cusses, guys. This is for reals. No.
I'm so sorry.
I was
didn't
just
mean
joking
to-
because I wanted
you know
to get
what,
her
guys?
upset.
I need you know what? You need to cut that out. That was too much.
Okay, well.
I don't
Okay.
cut it out. I'm saying, no. Okay, no, go finish. You were. It was a good way. It was good. It was good. I was just giving you a hard time. Go ahead.
What was I saying? I don't even know. Okay, all I wanted to say was I wanted to defend his point of view a little bit, but it sounds like he doesn't need any help.
No, he
so
does.
it sounds like he doesn't
Okay,
because
tell me how you would defend me, and I would appreciate that.
okay, now it's not even defending you. It's just trying to clear off your point there.
Okay, Candy.
Basically, you're saying that if you're a couple, you guys can help each other out. In your eyes, it looks like 50-50, but what it really is like, okay, when you need a little help in this area, she can help out, and vice versa. That's all it means. You know, both of you guys are helping each other. So, and honestly, I really don't think it is 50-50. I think it's 100-100. And sometimes you'll give 80, and sometimes she'll
Absolutely.
give 20, or sometimes you'll give 60, and she'll give 40.
But
it's a back and forth. It's a flow. Okay.
The
So
hustle and flow.
So 100 equals 200 though.
Yeah, that's not right.
it don't matter.
So your math is off.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Like my pronunciation is off. Your math
it
is
don't
off.
matter if my math is off, if my teeth
now
are
it's okay.
off, if my underwears are off. It don't matter.
underwear.
Are your underwears going to be off for this date tonight?
Oh no, my underwear's gonna be on. You ain't getting it tonight. I'm sorry.
I know.
He has to wait. He
Damn.
has to wait. I'll let you guys know if we vibing, but if we
get the vibe,
if we
Who be vibing? Who be vibing?
if we have sex, that'll be a miracle.
Ooh, dang.
Anyways, that's
But
all I had to say. That's all I had to say.
That's good. Throw something.
It's going to be more like, yeah, everybody.
So okay. What other question do you have that's controversial? Since
Well, I
we
think
already
that was
covered
one. I just wanted to make sure that, we were all
Can
on
you
the same
have
page.
other questions that you have not asked us?
Ooh.
Okay. So do you think men are better than women in just about everything?
Whoa.
I'm just saying. You want it really? You want real? Let's get real.
You
I don't think so. I think
men are better than women?
Yes.
do we think women are better than men in everything?
Or in most things. Let's say most, not everything,
Most.
because it can't be everything, obviously. So let's start with a couple things. When you think of a chef, do you think of a man or a woman?
No, you can't say that.
No,
because
I'm just saying.
that's society.
Well,
I mean,
the world-renowned chefs of the world are men.
Wow, wow, wow.
Okay.
Well, who put them there? Men.
Well, no. If you're a good woman and you're a good chef
It-
and you
it-
can cook, you can
You
cook.
believe that
It is-
nonsense?
I'm
It
just
is-
saying.
To get into that into that
Yep.
stratosphere, it takes a lot.
It
Okay.
does. I'm
And
with her.
men are given those opportunities, not women, and solely because they are a man, they are put in those places.
So you're saying that the quality of food that they're giving out and these people are truly enjoying are not there? It's all fake?
No, they're there. But you know what? There's probably a woman out there can do it 10 times better.
And then where is she?
Hiding. Because she's afraid she's going to get, I don't know, hurt if she tries.
Okay, when you think of a chef, give me a name. Any name.
Gordon Ramsay.
Thank you.
Marie
Mel.
Calendar.
First of all,
that. I love
that's not a chef. That's a restaurant and some frozen food deals.
I'll
When I
take
think
it.
of chef, I think of Chef Boyardee, okay?
Again, a man. Thank you very much.
In a can of tomatoes.
Hey.
That tastes gross.
Well, that's
Sorry, Chef Boyardee.
But okay, so I think the reason why there's so many men, I feel like chefs, being a chef is very competitive, right?
okay.
You have to have certain skills.
Okay.
When it comes,
There's a study that says that when you give a woman a single task, they find it very difficult to do sometimes a single task because they're used to doing multi things or several things at one time. And because they can't focus on that one thing, it can bring stuff. Where if you give a man a single task, and because of the way we think and everything, we're usually just doing one thing at a time before we move on to the next thing. Would you agree to that, or do you think that's crazy?
Wait, what was the question? Who's better at multitasking?
No, who's better at just doing a lot of stuff out there in the world?
well, research says
Okay.
that there's nobody that can really multitask, by the way.
Right.
One task in general, everybody could do if you focus on it. So it's not even a man or female kind of thing.
Okay.
No one can really multitask. The thing is that the reason why men air quote this stuff
Okay.
is that you guys, and whatever you said, I'm going based on what you said, is
Okay.
that men could do one task. It's because men are not asked to do multitask different things. Women are put on many roles, many
Right.
hats.
Right.
So we have to multitask. So yes, you might have more time to think about a menu for your restaurant and come up with creativity. But the woman, on the other hand, has to come up with that creativity menu. Might be crappy because you have a kid that is sick and now they're asking you to go pick them up. Or, hey, you have to think about the husband that's coming home. Oh, they need this. Oh, we're going to have to think about a vacation because we have to plan this. We're the planners for many things.
Okay.
So
So
the reason why the man could do one task, like you said, is because you guys are not asked to wear many hats.
okay.
You guys are asked to be providers financially. That's your only task. Really? Like,
Well, I know,
and
but
maybe giving some semen.
Oh man.
It's like, there you go. We could paint a house, bam, and here's some good semen so we can have babies.
and then we also pay the electricity, the water, the gas.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're
Okay,
welcome. You woke up
okay,
comfortable
but
this day. Good.
Guess who's probably managing what bills need to get paid with your money? And probably it's not you. It's probably the
There's
female
many
doing
women
it.
that
so-
do it all. I mean, we don't need a man to pay our bills.
No.
I mean, where you at? Okay, where's that man that pays my fucking
And that is
ADT bills? Sorry.
And that is the reason why men are lost now, because the only function you guys had was to be providers, but now we're at the point where women could provide for themselves. So now there's research that is out there saying that the new generation of men don't know their purpose. They don't know their place. Why? Because that was the place that you guys had for so
We
long,
took over their place.
society
So-
told you
so
to have.
Here comes the mind blowing.
Okay.
You guys just defended why a woman would be better in a relationship and can do it all versus having a man doing
No,
that. Yes.
no, because
Yes.
why? Oh no, here's
You
what.
just said it.
No.
You just said you gave me every reason.
I
why.
said society has put these roles on us that we have to wear different hats. Now, I continue to say that something's gonna suffer.
Okay,
There's always
you're right.
something.
We're tired of trying to do everything, honestly. I mean, all you guys have to do is go to work and come back home. You guys don't even
So
help.
what about okay?
You
Wait,
guys
wait,
don't
wait,
even
wait, wait,
help
wait, wait.
the wife with. Well, I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general. Men think that after they come home from work, their job is over, and this poor wife is left to, take care of the kids.
Well,
do the,
let me-
So let me give you this
washing, all that
example.
good stuff.
Let me give you this example. So I have a cousin, right? And she graduated. She has a really good job.
Okay.
Her husband worked too, and he has a really good job. They're financially very well off, right?
Good.
They're both working. Now, when they had the first baby, she was still working and still providing. And he's that type of guy, like you had, kind of the same way you are, very helpful. Okay. Then they had two. It was still fine, She was still working, being able to do her career and be a mom and take care of the household, whatever. Then they had twins. Now
Oh,
there's
shit.
4
Dun, dun,
babies.
dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And guess what happened?
She had to stop going to work. and-
Exactly. She
Okay.
couldn't manage it all.
So what about when the roles are reversed? Because now there are men where women provide, and the men stay at home, clean, cook, take care of the baby, drop them off, do everything, and they do an excellent job of it. So how are they suffering?
Their testosterone level goes down, and so they start having issues in the bed.
Well, okay, but
when the roles get
That happens
switched.
anyways, regardless.
Oh my god.
damn,
I'm just
someone's
saying.
hating on men today.
Nobody. I'm just talking real.
Hey,
I mean,
did you drink your whole haterade today?
No, just half a cup.
Oh, yeah, that explains it.
The guy haterade for sure.
No, we're not hating. We're just telling.
I just think
the
that I
truth.
think as long as the one person can, or one of the genders, whether it's a man or a woman, is there to provide or take care of and do whatever they can. But in today's society and just today's economics, you need two incomes to survive. You really
Well,
do.
I mean, I'm one income.
Right,
I'm-
but you bought your house a while back ago before all this. I'm talking about today. If you went to go buy a house today, your regular mortgage is going to be anywhere between $2,500 to $4,000.
Well, actually, that is what happened. Like 20 years ago, when I first got married, I was living in California and I couldn't afford a house over there. So we came to Arizona to try our luck over here, and they were still expensive. But I mean, we were able to do it with 2 incomes.
Exactly.
Okay. But now that I'm in a situation where, I have a decent job. I have a home. I have my little car.
Right.
I'm able to pay my own bills. I don't need someone to help me. It would be nice, to have extra income.
You don't-
but I'm able to do it on my own, though, and that's okay. I mean, if the significant other, rolls up to me and says like, yeah, I want to be with you, I want to help you, cool. But if they don't, that's okay too, because
I know.
I'm living life.
Okay, but you're also older. You've matured. You've gotten seniority at your job. You were allowed to grow your income. You purchased your house before all this craziness, specifically here in AZ. And wouldn't you say that's a part of the reason why you can afford to be single and all that?
You know what? I cannot.
Well,
Hold on. I cannot. These things that happened to me. I was there once before. You know, that's why I told you about the past. I was there when I couldn't afford a house, when I couldn't. But you know what? As time goes on, you are able to. I hear people now that have the positions that I have, and they're going out there and buying homes, and they're able to do it. You know.
Okay, but are they young?
I mean, they're like my age.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. People that have gone through time and worked in the same place or whatever, and you're able to increase your income to a livable income. But what I'm saying is, if you were in your 30s, let's say right now, and you were going to buy a house, saying that you have a job that pays you what you're making right now, okay? Would you be able to afford a brand new house or a house within your same community that you live in?
You know what I would do?
Oh my God!
I would not be able to afford it.
But
Neither would I.
But you know what I would do? I would buy like a duplex.
Okay, so now you're talking $800,000 or $900,000.
A duplex?
Yes, a duplex
for two?
Yes.
I don't think that's correct.
Look at real estate.
You know?
Look at I'm just saying, like in your area, what are the houses like in my area? And I live in a blue collar.
Like 300,000.
It's more than that.
In my area?
It has to be because
No, it's about that.
right here where I live,
looked it up on Zillow.
right here where I live, it's over. My house is over $340,000, and my house is not. I don't see how it's worth because it's a small house in a very
You have a lot of land.
urban. Well, I know, but it's still a very urban community, and it's not the best community. And yet it's still worth that much money. If a young person, they would have to have at least 20 to 30 grand to put down. You telling me if you're making $20 an hour, $25 an hour, you can afford to do that while still paying rent, doing all that. Now, if you were with that other person, you guys can bank on one person to use all their wages to pay for gas, electricity, all that other stuff, and then the other wage put it away for that house. That's what I'm trying to say is that
I've been through that.
oh
you know?
God, never mind. The message is going over your head apparently.
What is the message?
The message is in today's society and the way the economics are today, there has to be two people to make it. There has to be. Unless you get one of those miracle jobs that pay you over $200,000 a year.
So we're not part of society then?
We're not part of that society because we bought our houses way before the economic financial thing went through.
But we're still part of the society. You're going to marginalize us,
yes.
put us to the side because
we're
not young anymore?
No, what I'm saying,
we've been through those struggles though.
Well,
all the struggles that the millennials and the Gen Zs are going through, we've been through that. When we couldn't afford a house, when we couldn't do this, we did our best. What did we do?
But okay, how many years ago did you buy your house?
Like 10 years ago.
Okay, did you have a decent income?
Yeah, but I was living paycheck by paycheck.
But you had a decent income. Did you ever put a lot for a down payment?
No, the typical down payment.
Which was?
I don't know, like $5,000-6,000.
Okay, so now a regular typical down payment is $20,000 to $30,000. That's a typical down payment for one of these houses. If you go into a new community, you can get some kind of a deal and probably put $7,000 or $8,000. But what I'm saying is, the way the economics are, if you're making $50,000 or $60,000, because you have to be paying rent right now, you have to be paying for your food, your gas, your water, electricity, and by yourself, unless you jump from making $60,000 to $100,000, that's the only way you'll be able to save and start and do something by yourself. But if you were in a couple and you make 50 and that person makes 50, that's $100,000. That means with one salary, you could pay all the expenses and then save that whole other salary for saving for that 1 year, so you can put that as a down payment for a house. And even then, your mortgage is $2,000, $3,000. It's not $800 like it used to be once before, or $1,500. It's over $2,000.
Mm-hmm. So I get that and I understand that.
Okay.
So what? So
So that's what I'm saying is that in today's society, unless one of the other persons is making more than 100 grand, they'll be able to make it by themselves. But if you're not, which the majority of people don't make over 100 grand, they're making anywhere between 30 to $50,000. That's the average person in the United States.
mm-hmm.
And so, what do they do when they've been pushed out of the real estate market and they have to continue paying rent, and understand that every year to year your rent goes up, and if you're by yourself and you're not in that with your couple, how do you do it?
Can I say something? I know this is going to sound kind of harsh,
Okay.
but honestly, I don't feel I feel bad, but at the same time I don't, because I've been through those struggles. You know, nobody felt sorry for me. Nobody gave me a hand. You know what I did? I pulled my little pants from my bootstraps and I roughed it. You know, I saved. I did what I could to survive.
Okay.
And I think sometimes people have to understand that that's what is going to happen for a while. You know, you're going to have to suffer just a little bit in order to get what you want, you
Okay.
know? And I'm sorry that people were not raised on you know, on waiting for what they want, but
Okay.
that is what sometimes has to happen. I mean, I never got everything instantly. Everything that I got,
I know, but
I had to wait patiently for. And it's worth the wait. It really is.
I understand
It took
that.
me a long time. I didn't become a first time house owner until I was 40. You know, so it took me a long time to do something like that. So okay, if you want something, sometimes we have to sacrifice and be patient.
Okay.
I feel I'm sorry, but that's just the way the ball bounces.
Okay. Brittany?
I'm like, what do I have to say? I feel, well, I will say I feel blessed that I bought my homes when I did.
Mm-hmm.
Considering where I'm at now and thinking about would I be able to afford just with my income alone? No, I don't think. I think everything has gone up.
Yeah.
Groceries have gone up. Value of a car, what it cost me, the same car that I have now. I look at the market now for my car. It has gone up significantly. Insurance has doubled for I don't even know why. I mean,
And that's my argument is that if you're in a relationship with somebody else, it makes it a little easier to attain these things if you're working together. That's all I'm trying to say.
yes, but I still wouldn't want to just end up with someone just.
Oh
to
no,
help
I'm
me
not.
financially.
No.
So
I'm
if
not
that
saying
means I have to have a roommate
yeah.
and live with a roommate because I can't afford a place of my own.
Or be
And
in a relationship if even if you don't want to be in a relationship, just so you can afford the extras.
I think I see what your point is.
Thank
Two
you.
incomes is better than one.
I'm just saying.
But reality is
yeah.
not everybody is in a relationship,
and you're absolutely
you
right.
just have to kind of work with what you have. Like your circumstances are your circumstances, right? And now you have to figure out how are you going to make these lemons that they're given to you into lemonade, right?
I agree.
And so that would mean it looks different for everyone. So that would mean that you may not want to have a weirdo as a roommate, but you're like, well, he pays the bills on time, and here we are, and we're gonna just live together.
Or if it means having to move in with your parents for a while,
That's right.
to save the money.
Well,
that's
I know,
okay too.
I know, but nowadays a lot of parents don't want their kids back at home. They're like, hey, we did what we had.
Not the Mexican parents.
Well,
they want
they
their kids.
mad when they
they leave.
No, but and that's why I'm saying like you have to work with what you have.
Yeah.
And reality is right now, any 20-year-old or younger, even early 30s or younger, it's really hard to get a home. It's really hard to afford, even on a $25 hourly wage. It's still hard because your average mortgage runs about $2,500, and that's not in a nice
Yeah,
neighborhood
no.
or all these extra stuff. No, it's
Nope.
about $2,500 a month. If you're single, do the math. You're not going to be able to afford it on a $25 income.
No, I agree.
Because your insurance is high, and if you're paying a $400 card note plus the $200,
Yeah.
I mean, everything adds up. Groceries alone, $150 to feed one person.
I want to
a
know where
week.
you're paying a $400 car note, because that's not even a thing anymore.
Oh, I pay that
I know, but you bought your car how long ago?
2 years ago.
Okay, so now those same cars,
Oh my God, it has gone up more? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
an
even
average
more.
car, right now, the average lowest car is anywhere between $35,000 to $45,000 average.
No. What is the monthly note? How much are they?
Well, it depends on what you put down payment. If you put down what you put down on a $35,000, you're talking about $700 note.
Oh my goodness.
I could never afford that.
Anyways, so
But-
on that note, people,
That no. Stay single and be broke, I guess.
Move in with your parents and save up your money.
do
That's
what you
what I'm
got.
saying.
Do what you got to do, people. And hey, from Dating Diaries, thank you for listening to us again. And you guys have a wonderful evening.
Hola, papi. I'm